DiJon. Thanks for stopping by MBDA's Midweek Media Center.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today. It's a pleasure of mine.
Tell us about the Department of Commerce and why it's so important for them to be here at Midweek.
Well, the Department of Commerce is very important to us because we're major advocates of small businesses as well as minority-owned businesses, and we like to promote opportunities for them to the maximum extent. Now, I'm with the Census Bureau, as I mentioned, underneath Commerce, and as a bureau under Commerce, we're responsible for contributing to meeting their small business as well as minority-owned business goals.
That's good. So are you looking to identify suppliers here this week?
Yes, we always try to find out different capabilities that companies or vendors may have so we can match those capabilities and core competencies to some of our needs and requirements. Now, as I mentioned with the Census Bureau, we have this was our major year for the 2010 census, and I'm hoping most people filled out their census forms because it saved us a great deal of money without us having to send out field enumerators to follow up on folks that filling out their forms and so forth. Now, coming for as we wind down and successfully completing our 2010 census operations, we're going to be ramping up and trying to find opportunities we can provide for minority and small businesses for fiscal year 2011 and forward.
Okay. Well, what are the biggest challenges you face in your program?
When I look at our challenges, our major challenges we face is that we want to lean more towards using a lot of the state-of-the-art technology and state-of-the-art, because we're heavy in the data collection, research, and IT area, but we are not always appropriated state-of-the-art funding. So that's a challenge that we face, and we want to work with some vendors to try to work with us to try to find effective ways and efficient ways to manage our costs, to get our needs in that efficient manner.
Very interesting.
Another challenge that we face is we try to ensure that we maintain a very highly qualified workforce, and we try to create a supportive environment around them. Now, the federal government is not always the most attractive, interesting place for people to work, but we try to have them understand the benefits that they have for working at the Census Bureau and Commerce as a whole, and the value that they can bring to the table. But that goes through a lot of our improving our recruiting practices as well as different retention goals that we have and finding ways to motivate and retain qualified personnel.
I think there's a great deal of respect that people have for people who work for the federal government. I mean, that seems very high level.
Definitely. See, I think, like speaking from the Census Bureau though, is that a lot of folks think we only do work every 10 years. They don't understand a lot of the work and a lot of the, like I mentioned with our data collection, understand the population and the economy and the government and helping that build upon that as we move forward to going towards the next census and doing our lessons learned and seeing what we need to do to move forward and keep improving our processes and procedures.
Absolutely. Okay, here's a fun question I like to add at the end. It's your personal opinion. It's just a fun question. Social media, do you think it's a business do or a business don't?
I would say it's a business do, and I'm actually I've been talking with our director of our small business office at Commerce, DiJon recently about utilizing Facebook more, Twitter, stuff of that nature to reach out more to the communities and educate them more on commerce and how we want to promote our department and so forth. So I feel like it's a business do. So it's just about getting everyone to tie into that belief.
That's good. That's the answer I wanted to hear. We thank you so much for stopping by, and we look forward to seeing you at many future Midweek events.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.